Hello everyone and welcome to a sort of belated on my time review of the first episode of The Ultimate Fighter Season 27, the undefeated season. Quite an interesting concept going in because all the fighters in the season have never lost ever in their lives. So yeah, we're just going to get right to it. We're going to run down the roster. We're going to do what we always do with first episodes of a season. And we're also just going to go, yes, I'm glad it's back because I love The Ultimate Fighter. So let's do that stuff. So yeah, the Ultimate Fighter is back. I'm glad it is, and also you can see my ginger fire lump up there. Just there he goes. So yeah, we're going to run down the roster and who's on whose side from first to 8th pick, and we're going to we're going to say who's lightweights and who's featherweights because we have 8 lightweights and 8 featherweights. So yeah. For Cormier, first pick, Tyler Diamond, featherweight. Second pick, Bryce Mitchell, featherweight. Third pick, Richie Smallin, lightweight. Fourth pick, Luis Pena, lightweight. Fifth pick, Joe Giannetti, lightweight. Sixth pick, Brett Katona, featherweight. Seventh pick, Tylan Clark, lightweight. Eighth pick, Ricky Steele, featherweight. For Team Miocic, first pick, Carl Phillips, featherweight. Second pick, Suman Mokhtarian, featherweight. Third pick, Mike Trezano, lightweight. Fourth pick, John Gunther, lightweight. Fifth pick, Jose Martinez Jr., who... He is a lightweight. It doesn't really. It didn't say that for a second, but now it does. Jay Cuccinello, 6th pick, Jay Cuccinello, featherweight. 7th pick, Alan Zuniga, lightweight, and 8th pick, Delaney Perry, featherweight. So, yeah, I mean, the coaches turned up, which are Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic. Miocic in the blue, Cormier in the orange. And yeah, you know, I mean, knowing the kind of fighters they are, because I've watched them for such a long time now. They're just really, really friendly, all-around good guys. You know, just a really, really cool thing. So, yeah, they got on quite well with the fighters. They went into the training aspect. I should explain. The coin toss, Daniel Cormier won. He picked the first fighter, and even though... Well, we'll get into that a bit later. So, yeah. I am purposely cutting myself off because I'm trying to remember what I'm going to say later, even though I should remember it later, but I remember. So, yeah, we have the fighters and we have the different ways they're trained. Miocic trains them more technically, sort of. He trains them in the more intellectual stuff, whereas Daniel Cormier's style of training is a lot more of the hard work variety. You know, he believes in a lot more in putting the hours in and, like, getting the job done no matter what, whereas Miocic has a more tactical approach, and I always appreciate it when when coaches do that in the Ultimate Fighter, when they actually have different approaches to training their students, because they didn't just train them in wrestling and grappling and striking, they trained them in the technical aspects and the hard-working aspects, respectively. So I thought that was really, really good. Just a really, really nice thing. The first fight picked was... hang on, give me a second. Close that down. Thank you. The first fight pick was John Gunther from Team Miocic versus Joe Giannetti from Team Cormier, with Miocic picking the fight. And they both have a record of 6-0. And as we've done with the past few seasons now, and I'm glad it's a continuing trend and it's staying, I think. We got the home videos of the fighters. John Gunther is a friend of Stipe Miocic. He's also from Ohio. And he has probably the best non-fight job I've seen since I found out that Toothless Tom installs candy machines. John Gunther shears alpacas and llamas for a living outside of fighting. That is just kind of cool. Even though they do actually make quite a terrible sound when they're being held down for the shearing. But still, I mean, it's probably one of the weirdest and most fun-looking jobs. I wouldn't want to do it, but it looks fun. But yeah, it's probably the weirdest and most fun-looking job since the candy machine thing with Toothless Tom. And he'll always be Toothless Tom, and I'll always like him. He's always good. So yeah, that was really, really cool. Joe didn't really have a job, like outside of fighting. He was homeless quite a bit in his youth, and he was bullied because he was, there was a point where he was 5'8" but weighed 230 pounds. Not a great weight to be when you're that short and you were like that young, because he was only still a kid. But yeah, it's kind of fitting that Giannetti is on Team Cormier because he believes in the value of hard work, because he had to work hard to become a fighter and send enough money to his father and his sister who he lives with, so that they can live a better life. And that's a really, really good hard work thing, and it gave us a bit of a story on Joe, much like the sharing thing with Gunther, because he's the second of 10 children of his parents. He works for his family too, because he's got a big family. So, yeah, I really love stuff like that. Even though Gunther is 10 years older than Joe. Joe's 22, believe it or not. Gunther's 32. I think Gunther's the oldest one in the tournament. Quick mooch. Yes, he is. Although, there are other fighters over 22, which are there others? The only other one is Kylie Phillips, so there you go. Quick little bonus fact for you. So, don't have a lot else to talk about. Both fighters made weight, both kind of funny guys, just really, really nice looking people. In fact, the entire cast of this season of the fighters are actually really, really nice guys, which kind of sucks for me because I hate seeing nice guys lose, but I like seeing nice guys win, so I don't really want to see anyone leave. I mean, there's maybe one who I can't really judge as being too nice a person, but that's just because he hasn't really talked much, and that would be Ricky Steele, but whatever. So yeah, this was, the Gunther and Giannetti weighed in, and had a fight which Giannetti won really quickly in round 1 by submission due to a guillotine choke that was turned into a DOS. The two met in the middle, and Gunther is a lot shorter, and he traded some good strikes, but Giannetti just had a lot more advantage. Then he got Gunther to try and press on him, and Giannetti backed away and managed to defend a clinch and get the guillotine choke, then sunk that into a DOS and took down Gunther while he had the DOS locked in. Thing is, the moment they landed on the ground, Gunther was out cold. I don't really know if it was a knockout. I mean, it was called a submission, so it's safe to assume that he was out before he hit the ground because he was still in the position of a choke. I think the reason Gunther fell down was because he was unconscious, and I think Giannetti was trying to sort of lower him so he didn't really hurt himself. Just as a respect thing, because I quite like respect in the UFC, and I choose to believe that that's the reason why Giannetti did what he did. If it's not, I'll be a little bit miffed, but let's just assume it is, because he's a nice guy. So, yeah, first fight, really, really quick win, really good submission bonus. And Dana White did say that Joe would win a bonus because of how quick the finish was, so that made me laugh a bit. That was pretty funny. So, and there's something else we will get into after I'm done talking. So, yeah, I mean, this was pretty solid work. Gunther, after he lost, even though he did lose, when he woke up and saw the coaches ending, because he'd never lost before in his life, never lost a fight before in his life, he was just kind of smiling and happy that happened. I mean, that was just a really, really, really cool thing. Like, he wasn't super disappointed. He was glad that it was over quickly. I mean, really not much else you can say. Gunther is really cautiously optimistic. He was a bit sad after the fight, but that's to be expected. Sorry, I had a roast for lunch, and I think I have a little bit of peas still stuck in my mouth. That is really disgusting. Holy crap, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, what was the thing I was going to talk about? Oh, yeah, you know how Daniel Cormier, by all accounts and purposes, nice guy, known for stirring a little bit of shit every now and then, though, and he went to Miocic's, Stipe's locker room, preparation room, locker room, whatever you want to call it, while they were getting ready to weigh in, I think, and Cormier asked Miocic, like, who's he going to pick for the next fight? Because Miocic keeps control of the fight, even though his fighter lost the first fight of the season. And Miocic kept quiet on it because he didn't really want to say anything. But Sudan Mokhtarian called out Tyler Diamond. And I don't think that's the next fight. If I remember correctly, it's not. The next fight is Kyler Phillips against Brad Katona. Kyler from Team Miocic and Katona from Team Cormier. So, I'm quite looking forward to it. And all in all, I really enjoyed this first episode. It flowed really well. It was really, really funny. I quite like the fighters. The coaches are really, really good choices. A decent first fight. I would like to have seen more of it because it was over really, really quickly, but it was still really good while it lasted. So, yeah, I don't really have a lot of negative to say about this. Just really, really good. It even started in a different way. Last thing before I actually finish the video, it even started in kind of a different fashion because we saw some fighters and they were saying like their names, where they're from, and their perfect records and stuff. Like, I'm so and so, and I've got 5-0 and 6-0 and 7-0 and stuff like that. That was a really unique way to do it. I think that's, I don't really think the UFC or the Ultimate Fighter has really done anything like that. So, yeah, I can appreciate that. Season 27 of the Ultimate Fighter is looking really, really good. I have us for the next episode, which is apparently called Fight or Flight. It's always good when it's the first season of a year, of 2 seasons of the Ultimate Fighter, because the episode titles will come in earlier and I'll be able to review them earlier and put them up earlier. So, yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. Not much else to say. I really, really like the first episode. I will maintain this level of hope and happiness for the rest of the season. And, as always, thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye, 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 bye.